And news. Welcome back. We are talking about funding startups, and joining us is Jonas Stefu. Thank you so much for joining us. And Jonas is the CEO and co-founder of Pangea Accelerator. It is a platform. He'll just explain to us what it all means and what they do. Thank you so much. All right, let's get right into the conversation and look at Pangea Accelerator. First of all, what does it do and what is it all about?
Yes, we are a Kenyan investor and we invest in Kenyan startups and SMEs, early stage. We are what you call a growth partner. So we start with usually a few people, could be 3 to 5 people, and then we help them grow to become big organizations, hopefully in the hundreds.
Okay. Even as you invest in startups, when we look at the startups that we have in Kenya, first of all, the challenges, and I believe finance is one of the challenges. What do you usually experience when it comes to finance? And are many companies coming in terms of, okay, we would like you to invest, but can you just inject in all the money that you have?
Good question. That's the most common question I get is how do we get money into our company, specifically when I meet young entrepreneurs. To be honest, Kenya is one of the most popular countries for investment in startups. It's been top 4 for about 20 years. So about $1 billion a year comes into Kenya every year into startups. So there's a lot of money. The problem is usually that businesses are either focusing on trying to get money and not building their business, or are not really prepared as part of like what is needed to get investments. So they're not investment ready or ready for investment. Maybe they're not formalized. Maybe they don't. They have no plans of how much money they need or what they're going to do with the money. That's actually a big problem. Maybe they don't have plans of how they're going to be growing the market and scaling to other places. So there's a lot of stuff, but money is definitely the biggest topic area for young entrepreneurs.
All right, and now speaking about young entrepreneurs, many of the startups don't usually pass the 2-year mark or the 1-year mark. They usually die maybe after 1 year or after some months. Okay, so how does someone manage their startup in order for them to be able to sustain these early stages of the startup?
To be honest, if you want to be a winner in the early stages, it really comes down to knowing your customer. So whoever is paying you, are you delivering more value than whoever they're using today? And the better you are at working with your customer, if you know your customers better than your competitors, you will get more business coming through. The more business coming through from customers, maybe you don't even need investors. So I think if businesses are loyal to the customers and really working on interacting with them and understanding how they can become better, huge opportunities. If you, however, sit behind your screen and you want to create Excel sheets and fancy PowerPoints and not interact, yeah, you're just out looking for money, but you actually don't have a business. You don't have any loyal customers. You don't know anything about them. You just have an idea, vision. So many businesses don't survive for long because of it. Because if you get money in early, it's very motivating running a business. If you wait too long and you don't get money in, yeah, most people will be like, nah, I tried it. Let me do something else. Yeah.
All right. Even as you are speaking about some of the ways in which many of the startups usually die or don't move, let us also look at this other side. What if a startup starts well? They have the money that they need. They have the connections that they need. But now the products that they are working on or that they are selling to people is not moving. So what usually happens there?
Oh, wow. You probably need to work more on your marketing and seeing maybe you're not reaching out to your customers. Maybe they're not seeing you. Could be that your product is bad. speak with whoever used to use your product and no longer is using your product. Understand why did people surrender your product. Maybe there are some apparent faults, errors that you didn't look enough into. Like you really need to study what you're doing wrong, because if you build up a good momentum, you're doing something very right. And if things now go south, that means that you stopped doing what you were good at, and then you started picking up some bad habits. That is basically, yeah, you're basically losing money because of it. Yeah.
And now, even speaking about the marketing strategies that you've spoken about, because if the product is not moving, it means the marketing has a problem. So what is it that needs to be put in the marketing, especially, are we talking about maybe the online spaces? Are we talking about how you are reaching your customers? So just give us some of the ideas, especially when it comes to the marketing side, the social media side, and also how you get to the customers.
100%. So one, you need to know who your customer is, right? So if it's young people, you need to have a strong social media presence, digital presence, for example. If you have elder segment or customers, you need to be where they are and be visible where they are, right? You also have other elements such as pricing matters. If it's a very new product or a new service, maybe it's a new app, people may not even know how to use it. Now you maybe need to educate your customers. Maybe they don't understand the value because they're not using your tools correctly, so they're not getting the maximum benefit out of it. So education is also a big part of it, specifically innovation and startups. Like if you're creating something new, you can't assume that everybody knows what it is and how it works, because then it's not new. So many struggle with educating not only how it works, but what is the value that you get out of it. So marketing and communication is very central. And storytelling. We live in an age of storytelling. So it's not enough just being a good marketer. You also need to be good at storytelling nowadays. Yeah.
All right. And also, let's look at this other issue, especially when it comes to the different businesses that we have in the different sectors. Especially, you find enterprises or businesses or startups in the tech space, and also startups that want to do online clothes shopping. They want to do shoes. They want to do cosmetics. They want to do different kinds of businesses. What goes into someone deciding, okay, this is what the line that I'm going to focus? Because you find very many people, when they start, they want to do what their friend did but failed. They're like, okay, this guy did this. I want to do it, but I want to do it in a better way. So what goes into someone deciding, okay, this is the line that I'm going to follow, and they work towards being successful in that?
Many follow passion and their heart. Some follow their wallets and they think, where's most money? Who has created a business and earned a lot of money and became very rich?
Yes.
Yeah, so then they jump into it. Many has jumped into fintech. Kenya is very popular in fintech because of the whole M-Pesa story, Cellulant and many others. Agri-tech, huge. There's a lot of successful entrepreneurs making a lot of money. So now for every entrepreneur making a lot of money, you have 1,000 young entrepreneurs who are now entering a sector because of that, right? So I think it's a mix. Some decide with their heart, some decide with their mind, some decide with their wallet. Yeah, I personally think that many young people should enter the climate space, because it's like if you're a surfer and you're out in the water and it's a big wave coming, you kind of want to put yourself in the right place, because maybe that wave carries you all the way. So I think there's so many opportunities in this space. So I think if I was a young man or a woman right now, I would look into opportunities here. I would probably use my brain a bit, but then also the heart, because it's not bad being in the climate space, having positive effect on either people or climate or environment. That's a great bonus, Just saying.
All right. And also, you mentioned something about when someone is starting and they're thinking about money. And let's be honest, when you're starting a business, you want to get the profit. You are like, okay, I'm starting this business, but I want to create some profit from this. So is it that when someone is starting a business, the first thing shouldn't be the profit? It should be the way they connect with the customers. What do you think?
100%. If you're only thinking money, 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 then why would anybody give you any money? You're not solving any problem. And nobody's just going to give you money and donate it to you because you're nice or because you have an idea. So people pay you because you're solving a problem. If I have a headache and somebody comes and cures me of that headache, that is value to me. It makes me happy, right? That is now something I'm willing to pay for. Or if something makes my day better or adds value to what I'm doing, I'm willing to pay. So you as an entrepreneur in your early stages needs to be an expert in detaching money from your customers, right? But that doesn't mean be greedy and money focused. That means you need to be loyal to delivering value. The better you're at delivering value, the higher price you can have. The higher price you can have, the more money you're getting. So it will give you the money, exactly what you want, but it won't get you there by you focusing on money and profit margin. It gets you there by being obsessed on delivering value.
All right. And when you look at the Kenyan tech space, what are some of the sectors that have not been really touched very well, that need to at least have some startups focus on that area?
Number one, for me personally, blue carbon. So you have green carbon, basically normal trees absorbing CO2. Blue carbon is mangroves and everything else. And interesting enough, mangroves absorb 50 times more CO2 than normal tropical trees. So just the business of carbon capturing on mangroves and what you call blue carbon is valued at $40 billion a year by African Union. And this is growing. Now, if you look into how many Kenyan businesses do you find there that are doing anything in this space of technology, nothing. So now you literally have a $40 billion opportunity and there's nobody. That surprises me. So that would be the first thing I would jump on. Yeah, blue carbon space. Blue carbon combined with like technology. If you can use technology-enabled platforms to unlock opportunities in that. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that.